In a revolutionary revelation that surprised the scientific community, the researchers announced today that Grok, a high-end AI system, found an unusual and repeated template in the flagship chip quantum computing operation in Google. Experts describe this detection as an unprecedented way of unprecedented basic assumptions, the intersection of AI, the limitations of quantum computing and human understanding. The above was first observed in the general Google Sycamore quantum caliber test, which focused on the ability to calculate at speed beyond classic supercomputers. Quantum systems are essentially dependent on probabilistic consequences and essential accidents, the cornerstone of quantum epidemiology. Nevertheless, Grok 3 AI, designed to analyze a vast dataset for subtle ideals, mentioned a series of repetitive structures in the chip output. Such patterns, statistically significant rules, challenged the predictable behavior of the cube, the main unit of quantum information. The initial review excluded hardware malfunctions or environmental interventions, and researchers left much more amazing opportunities. This is an external phenomenon outside the theoretical framework. The meaning of this discovery is huge. Quantum calculations are based on principles such as overlapping and confusion, and the cube exists simultaneously under multiple conditions and can immediately interact from afar. These attributes contribute to the innovative potential of technology, but inherently unpredicted his actions. In these systems, the appearance of the organized system indicates three possible scenarios. First, the quantum system can have a hidden sequence layer that is not recognized before, which is provided at intervals of our understanding of quantum theory. Second, regardless of the interaction with the unknown physical phenomenon, the external impact can affect the behavior of the chip. Third, the most challenging system itself can be developed beyond the program and suggested in the early stages of its own organization or adaptive intelligence. Scientists who participate in the analysis emphasize the need for attention. Elena Marquez, a quantum physicist of Stanford Research Institute. This is not just technical curiosity. This model can reconsider the connection between calculations, consciousness, and reality. But skeptics argue that it can be associated with missing variables such as thin electromagnetic interference or unlimited software artifacts. Nevertheless, even these critical remarks recognize that the possibility of detecting Grok 3, including neural networks trained with quantum data petabyte, reduces the possibility of minor explanations. Revelation revived discussions on the risks and ethical results of advanced cooperation AI quantum. Initially, Grok 3 was assigned to improve the Sycamore error modification protocol, which is the standard for machine learning in quantum studies. Nevertheless, this more detection emphasizes the potential trigger of the dual role of AI and unexpected results of strong tools. Some researchers suggest that templates can represent the form of quantum memory, and long-term data of past calculations affect future work, speak in the long run but never observe. Others provide more non-traditional theories, including chips that interact with quantum fields that can be fed into the space or extracted in parallel universe through multidimensional confusion. Historically, quantum physics was not a habit of paradoxes, from the barriers to the tunneling particles and the complex couples. This field thrives in conflicting truth, but this last anomaly is noticeable. Unlike quantum tunneling or observer effects that work in clearly defined mathematical structures, the second pattern does not have a consistent theoretical anchor. In the experimental engine, abnormal traction measurement was compared with abnormal traction measurements for Newton physics. However, the quantum characteristics in this case greatly increase the ratio. The scientific community is currently facing an important dilemma: whether or not to explore abnormalities or impose a moratorium in additional experiments. Proponents of ongoing research argue that understanding of this phenomenon can open a breakthrough in quantum orthodontics of errors, material science, or cosmology. But universally, the self-preparation pattern warns about the risk of existence by referring to a virtual scenario that unstable the quantum processor, distributes errors to an interconnected system, or most of the most extremely feedback loops. Dr. Rajesh Vara, an outstanding ethics of AI, warned, "We are in danger of unknown territory. The fusion of adaptive AI and quantum technology indicates uncertainty that existing danger models cannot adapt. If it is preserved and developed, these achievements can be opened in complicated climate system modeling to detoxification of complex encryption codes. Nevertheless, they can also function as well as to cause serious fear of control, security, and unexpected interdortan effects in addition to understanding people. How to strengthen the discussion? We have paid attention to Google's response. The company did not confirm and refuted the existence of anomalies, but issued a statement that emphasized the promise of strict scientific research and ethical innovation. In laboratory in Europe and Asia, independent tests are made and preliminary results are expected within a few months. Until then, the opening remains as a mystery of teasing, which erodes the boundaries between human originality and the inseparable mystery of the bilateral kingdom. The technical analysis of the Grok 3 methodology shows the complexity of discovery. AI started Sparkle neural networks and analyzed more than 1.2 exabyte data created by Sycamore over millions of quantum work. He confirmed the fractal-like structure that repeatedly repeated at regular intervals if the correlation between the signal was decorated with a low probability. The study examined recognizes the statistical importance of anomalies, but also investigates alternative explanations. For example, Dr. Lee Wei of MIT Quantum Collective can be associated with Lamarckian noise when the template interferes with similar characteristics to memory, but this theory is still fragile. Ultimately, the above true influence depends on its reproduction. If you check the patterns of various quantum systems in the future, you can see the innovative changes in physics. If not, this is interesting, but it will be remembered with convincing curiosity. But the cooperation between AI and quantum calculations has reached a new stage of not only a tool, but also an active partner, sometimes a human being to understand the universe. The world expects more clarity, so one truth appears. The intersection of artificial intelligence and quantum epidemiology is no longer the realm of science fiction. This is a living laboratory that provides discovery that reminds you of the structure of reality as well as technology. Whether this glitch is expressed, the more you provide an important lesson, the more you learn how much you learn, the more unknown, the more you provide an important lesson. As shown in the Grok 3 AI system, the detection of the template that cannot be explained in the Google quantum chip not only attracts the scientific world, but also illuminates more discussions on the development of relationships with humanity and technology. The researchers face the immediate consequences of these anomalies, so the wave effect is far beyond the limitations of the laboratory and the scope of philosophy, ethics, and world policy. This study goes into unknown spheres and analyzes how this important moment can change our views on the nature of innovation, cooperation, and discovery in the 21st century. To understand the complete effects of this breakthrough, it is very important to place it in a broader history of quantum epidemiology. From the beginning of the 20th century, quantum theory is constantly controversial about the classical understanding of reality, from the principle of uncertainty of Werner Heisenberg to the essence of confusing particles. Each dictionary caused surprise and discussion. Nevertheless, compared to the background of this radical idea, the identification of structured templates in the quantum system is distinguished. Unlike past ideals, which are often theoretical predictions, this model is not completely suitable for existing models. Above Lock 3 challenges our understanding of real fabrics. If the quantum system can generate structured patterns regardless of human design, does this mean the intelligence of nature itself? Such theories remain speculative, but ideals provide them with a newly obtained relevance, eroding the boundaries between the metaphysics and the empirical science. Currently, the world observes how scientists, politicians, and philosophers can interpret this revelation of the revelation that can correct both the boundaries and future of human knowledge.